All right, let's get started. Go ahead and come down onto your back. So just extending your legs out long. Bring your hands by your sides, resting in Shavasana. Relax your shoulders down, release your jaw. Soften your edges. And let the palms flip up toward the ceiling, a gesture of receiving. And as you soften into your breath, begin to feel an opening across the front of the body, creating space for deeper breath, for a stronger connection to self, and a connection to the present moment. Take a full breath in through your nose, fill up your belly, your rib cage, your chest. Open your mouth, let it drop out. Another deep inhale through the nose, fill up your belly, ribs, chest. Open your mouth, sigh it out. One more time, big inhale, fill up. Big exhale and drop it. Rock your head from side to side. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, roll out your ankles and your wrists. And then on an inhale, reach your arms over your head, get really long, take a full body stretch, point your toes. And as you exhale, draw your knees in towards your chest, wrap your arms around your shins. Give yourself a squeeze and take a rock from side to side. Just massaging the low back against the floor. Keep your shoulders and your neck relaxed. And come back out to that extended shape, so that full body stretch one more time, extending your arms and legs in opposite directions. Deep breath in, deep breath out. So this time, as you inhale, find that length through the body, and then as you exhale, you're gonna come into crow pose on your back. So what that means is you're gonna hug your knees in towards your elbows and crunch. Inhale, reach and extend, arms overhead, toes to the bottom of your space. And then as you exhale, bring elbows to knees. Inhale again. Exhale, elbows to knees. Two more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hug it in. Last time, reach and extend. Exhale, nice and slow. Find that crow pose on your back. Hold. Inhale and extend. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest, give them a squeeze, rock from side to side first, and then start to wrap up and down your spine. Long ways. Massaging the back from the neck to the lumbar spine, rocking and rolling. And you'll rock all the way through to a downward facing dog. You'll find that inverted V shape. Feet at the back of your mat. Start to pedal it out, bending one knee at a time. Spread your fingers really wide. Spread your toes. Maybe sway the hips from side to side. Find some space in the upper back. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. And settle into stillness, dropping the heels down toward the mat. Soft bend to the knees. Tailbone reaching high toward the sky. Press down through all 10 knuckles. And just gently, internally rotating the ankles. Deep stretch down the back of the legs. On your next inhale, roll forward into plank pose. And then exhale up and back, down dog. Again, inhale, forward, plank. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. A few more times, just like that. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Roll it forward, shoulders over wrists. Ride the exhale back to down dog. Last time, forward into plank, breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Bend your knees, rest your belly on your thighs. Drop your head and neck and grab opposite elbows. Take a sway from side to side. Let the head and neck be heavy. Shake it yes, shake it no. Spread your toes wide, rooting down through your feet. Release whatever bind you have in your arms. Start to roll all the way up to stand, nice and slow. Once you reach the top, inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center and close your eyes. Drop your shoulders down your back, soften your knees. Press the soles of your feet into the floor as you reach the crown of your head high toward the sky. Open the chest, breathe in. Drop your shoulders, breathe out. Finding a subtle engagement of the lower abdominals to support the lumbar spine. So gently rocking the tailbone down towards your heels, hugging the low belly in and up. Next, inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, dive out over your legs, bend your knees, forward fold. Halfway lift and lengthen, hands to shins. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, dive over your legs. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold and breathe out. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, dive forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale and fold. Inhale, look forward, walk forward into a plank position, top of a push-up. Spread your fingers really wide, stack your shoulders over your wrists. Reach through your heels and the crown of your head, one long, strong line of energy through the body. Hug your low belly in and up. You're gonna bring your feet together at the back of your mat. Just start to wiggle your hips from side to side. Ooh. Squeeze your legs together like it's one long mermaid tail. Keep swinging your hips from side to side. Keep hugging that low belly in and up. And then we're gonna take this down a little closer to the floor. So come through center just to start. You'll come down onto your elbows. Forearm plank. And then just keep swiveling those hips from side to side. Side to side. Side to side. Keep breathing. We'll come back up to plank. Keep swiveling right to left, side to side, side to side. Try to make it fun. Come back through center, plank pose. Separate your feet and then hips up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. One more big inhale, big exhale. Once again, walk your hands back to your feet, bend your knees, forward fold at the back of your space. Drop your head, interlace your hands behind your back. Take a shoulder stretch. Reaching your fists up and over your head. Drop the crown of your head down toward the floor. Drop your hands. Heel toe your feet together so the big toenails are touching, maybe a little bit of space in between the heels. Drop your seat into chair pose really, really low, and then reach your arms up by your ears, chair pose. Rocking a little bit more weight into your heels so you can lift all 10 toes off of the mat and spread them wide, and then set them back down. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Squeeze the outer thighs in towards midline. Drop your seat a little lower. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, stand all the way up, reach up. And exhale, swan dive over your legs. Halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Walk it out, plank pose. Lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, look forward at the bottom of your exhale. Make your way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift when you get there. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, dive over your legs. Halfway lift, breathe in. Hands to the mat, flow through chaturanga, or we'll meet in downward facing dog. Again, breathe in, fill up, and breathe out. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, dive over your legs. Halfway lift, hands to shins. Hands to the mat, step back. Lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Right leg to the sky. Inhale, bend your knee, open up your hip. Take some wiggles with your toe, your ankle, your knee, your hip. A little bit of lubrication going on back there. Take a big inhale, re-straighten the leg, and then exhale, knee to nose, cheetah. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, cheetah. Inhale, lift. Knee to nose. Step it through, rise up, warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, open, warrior two. Peaceful warrior, breathe in. Side angle, forearm to thigh, left arm up and over your head. We'll flow through this a few times. So as you inhale, come back into peaceful. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, up and back. Last time, side angle and hold. Deep into that right knee. Press into the outer edge of your left foot. Open your chest toward the sky. Breathe in. Sink deeper, breathe out. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Cartwheel your left hand to the mat, side plank, with or without a modification, totally up to you. Right arm reaches high toward the sky, hugging your low belly in. Squeeze and lift, breathe in. Right hand to the mat, breathe out. Plank pose, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, up dog. And downward facing dog, exhale. Big breath in. Big breath out. Left leg to the sky, bend your knee, open your hip. Take your wiggles on this side, rolling out your toes, your ankle, your knee, and your hip. Loosening everything up back there. And then take that leg to straight 3-point. Exhale for cheetah, knee to nose. Inhale, lift it high. Exhale, cheetah. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cheetah, knee to nose. Step it through. Rise up, warrior one on your inhale. Exhale, open, warrior two. Peaceful warrior, breathe in. Side angle, breathe out. Right arm up and over. Finding that flow on this side, inhale back into peaceful. Exhale, side angle. Inhale up. Exhale, back down. One more time, reach up and back, peaceful warrior. Side angle and hold. Deep bend to that left knee. Press to the outer edge of your right foot, extending through the right side of the body. Open your chest toward the sky. Big breath. Inhale into peaceful warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the right hand to the mat. Find that side plank with or without your modification. Lifting that bottom hip up toward the sky. Left fingertips reaching for the sky with it. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale, lift and squeeze. Exhale, left hand to the mat, plank pose. Breathe in here. Lower down through chaturanga on your breath out. Inhale, up dog. Down dog, exhale. Big inhale. Let it go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward at the bottom of your exhale. Hopper step, top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, sit low in your chair. Yeah, deep, deep seat. Rock your weight into your heels. Take your arms out like goalpost or cactus arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Hug the low belly in as you rock the tailbone down toward the heels. Breathe in. Sit lower, breathe out. Take the arms out to a capital T shape, twist over to the right. Inhale, arms up through center. Exhale, open T to the left. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, open right. Inhale through center. Exhale, left. Stay low in those hips. Inhale, center. Exhale, sit deeper. Last time, breathe in. Forward fold, stretch it out. Take your feet wider than hips width. Bend your knees, take your left hand to the floor right underneath your nose. Take your right hand to the ceiling. Bend your left knee, straighten your right leg. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Switch sides, right hand comes to the floor. Left hand reaches up toward the ceiling. Bend your right knee, straighten your left leg. Opening the chest to the sky on every exhale. Bring both hands back down to the floor. Bend your knees. Halfway lift your chest, hands to shins. And exhale and fold. Step back to down dog. We'll skip the vinyasa this time. Let's step into it. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Right leg to the sky. Bend your knee, open your hip. Inhale back into 3-point, flex your toes. Exhale to cheetah. Inhale, 3-point. Tap your right elbow. Inhale, lift. Cross your body, tap your left elbow, make it touch. Inhale, 3-point. Knee to nose and hold. Hold, hold, hold. Squeeze that knee in tight. Puff up through your shoulders, press the floor away from you. And then step your right foot through, rise up. High lunge this time, so the back heel stays lifted. Feet are at least hips width apart from left to right. Deep bend of the right knee, little micro bend of the left knee. Open the chest toward the sky. Breathe here. Take your right hand to your right hip. Take your left arm up and over, finding a little bit of a side body stretch. A little deeper sensation in that left psoas. And then we're going to turn this into a twist. So 2 options. You can come into a prayer twist, bringing left elbow outside of the right thigh, stacking the palms, the elbows looking up over the right shoulder. Or if that's way too deep, open twist. Make that capital T shape again. Either one is fine, and you're breathing. Press through the back of your left thigh to find your balance, isometrically squeezing the inner thighs towards each other. Breathe in, breathe out. Wherever you are, we're going to open up into warrior 2. So just windmill open. Right leg is forward, arms extend in opposite directions to open the heart. Breathe in. Sink deeper into that right leg as you breathe out. Peaceful warrior, inhale. Cartwheel your left hand to the mat, finding that side plank variation again. Stack your feet or place your right foot in front of your left. Squeeze your thighs together and reach your right hand up toward the ceiling. So finding a few hip dips here. As you inhale, you'll drop your hips down toward the floor. And then as you exhale, press into your feet, lift your hips toward the ceiling. Ready? Inhale, drop. Exhale, press. Inhale. Press it up. Last time, drop your hips. Exhale, press. Right hand to the floor, plank pose. Inhale at the top of your plank. Exhale, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Big breath in. Deep sigh out. Left leg to the sky, bend your knee, open your hip. Come back to 3-point, flex your toes. As you exhale, come into cheetah, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, lift it back. Tap your left elbow, make it touch. Inhale, lift it high. Cross your body, tap your right elbow. Inhale, 3-point. Cheetah, hold, squeeze, press the floor away, round your upper back. Then step your left foot through. Set your feet for your high lunge, and then build your pose from the foundation up. So high lunge, arms up overhead. Deep bend to the left knee, soft bend to the right knee, hug the low belly in, open your heart, breathe. You'll take your left hand to your left hip, take your right arm up and over, finding a side body bend on the right side. Deep stretch to that right hip flexor. Same two options here for your twist. So finding a prayer twist, bringing right elbow to the outer left thigh, stacking the palms and the elbows and looking over that left shoulder, or open T twist, looking back at your left thumb. Wherever you are, be kind to yourself and take deep breath. One more inhale. Twist deeper on your exhale. Next inhale, windmill open, warrior two. So left leg is forward, looking out over your left middle finger, deep into your left thigh. Peaceful warrior, breathe in. Cartwheel your right hand to the floor, finding your side plank, stacking the feet if you can, or left foot in front of the right, squeezing the inner thighs together, reaching the hips up high. And we'll find those hip dips here. So inhale, drop your hips down. Exhale, press into your feet, lift your hips up. Inhale, drop them. Exhale, lift. Two more. Last time. Nice and strong. Left hand comes down, plank pose. Breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Inhale, up dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Big breath in. Big breath out. Come down to child's pose. Let's take a break. Knees wide, big toes together, forehead to the floor, fingertips outstretched in front of you. Slow down. Slow down the mind. Slow down the heart. Keep your hips anchored to your heels. Walk both hands over to the right. Side body stretch down the left side. And inhale, come back through center. Next round of breath, take it over to the left. Come back through center, child's pose, arms wide. And tuck your toes under, lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, roll forward, plank pose. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Two more, roll it forward, plank. Exhale, down dog. Last time, roll forward, plank pose. Exhale, hips up and back. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, hop or step to the top of your space. Halfway lift when you get there. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center, close your eyes. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, reach to the back of your neck, out through the crown of your head. Exhale, soften your shoulder blades down your back. Low belly hugs in ever so slightly. And gently open your eyes. I turned around in my video, so don't freak out when all of a sudden I'm facing a different direction. But we're gonna work on crow pose. So if you're afraid of falling on your face, you're not the first one, and you're certainly not the last. And if you have a block or a pillow or a blanket, I'd recommend placing it right in front of you. So it's gonna be your crashing pad, for lack of a better term. but it's there to support you just in case you do decide to rock forward onto your forehead. So you're gonna take your hands on either side of your crashing pad, nice and wide, spread the fingers really wide. Bring your feet together, at least hips width, maybe even toes touching. Bend your knees a lot and take your knees out to the sides like a frog. Ribbit. I feel like I'm twerking. Anyway, so from here, right, you've already got your block, so you can't fall on your face. Right, it's here to protect you. So you're gonna take your hips up really high, bend your elbows kind of like chaturanga, hugging those elbows in and puffing up through the shoulder blades. I'm up on my tippy toes here. And then let the knees rest on the triceps, back to the arms, as high up into the armpits as you can get them. And go ahead and just bring your forehead to your crashing pad, especially if this is your first time trying crow pose. Now I have to adjust mine just a little bit. That block's a little too close. But bringing your forehead to your crashing pad, so you've got kind of this tripod set up, right? You've got your two hands and your crashing pad. Lift your right heel up towards your seat, and then drop your toes back down. And lift your left heel. And lift your right. And then lift your left. Once more, right side and left side. And then come off of your crashing pad, just relax. Adjust as you need to. And now we're gonna try to balance. So bring your forehead to your pad, rocking a little bit more weight into your hands, into your fingertips. Take your right heel into your seat. Hug everything in, squeeze. Maybe lift your left toes off the mat too. So you're balancing on your forehead, on your crashing pad, and your two hands. If it gets really scary, you can always come out and breathe. Now, this might be your second or third or 15th time doing crow, you don't use your crashing pad, great. Maybe you want to try something a little bit more challenging. So once you're in your crow pose, ooh, it's been a while since I've done this post-baby, hugging everything in towards midline, start to straighten your arms. Oh, puffing up through the upper back, pressing through the palms, squeezing the heels in toward the seat, and then gently touching back down. So whether you're practicing on your crashing pad, or with or without the crashing pad, you're in your crow, maybe you're teeter-tottering, maybe you're falling on your face, that's fun too, right? We all gotta learn somehow. It's all progress, not perfection. But wherever you are, take a few breaths, be playful, don't take yourself too seriously. And then you're gonna take your feet to the outer edges of your mat, drop your seat down, come into a yogi squat. So if you've got your crashing pad in front of you, this is a great place to just slide it back and put it under your seat. Hands at heart center, elbows to the insides of the thighs or the inner knees. Sit up nice and tall in the upper body, open the chest, close the eyes, breathe. Just notice what's going on. Like however that went for you, notice your reaction, the thoughts in your head. Are you kind and compassionate, forgiving, or judgmental, doubtful, afraid? They're all feelings, they're all valid, they're all human. They're all necessary for your personal journey, your growth. No good or bad, no right or wrong, just noticing. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out, let it go. Open your eyes. Another arm balance. We're gonna come into side crow. So all those twists that we were doing earlier hopefully have prepped you for side crow. So take your crashing pad, wherever it may be. Bring your feet back together. Come into chair pose, your favorite. Drop your seat, lift your arms. Bring your hands to your heart. You're gonna twist in one direction, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna twist left just so you can see me. You're gonna bring your left, or your elbow to the outer edge of your thigh and find a prayer twist here. So this isn't a really deep twist. If this is already too much, don't worry about side crow today. It's another day, another dollar. But from here, if you're exploring side crow, you're gonna take your hands down to the floor, drop your seat. I'm up on my tippy toes once more. So you're creating a shelf, right? Grab my crashing pad, put it underneath my face, hands as wide as your shoulders. Bending the elbows, you're creating a shelf for your thigh to rest on. So your knee is gonna rest on the front arm, and your booty is gonna rest on the back arm, right? So as we roll forward, again, using this crashing pad, I'm gonna go ahead and bring my forehead down, right? I'm already on the floor, I can't get any lower, right? And then maybe lifting the heels up off of the floor. So I'm balancing on my two elbows, right? I've thrown my hips up on my shelf, and I can sort of teeter-totter from here. Can lift your forehead off of your crashing pad, squeezing everything in, and then I'll teeter on back to upright. So just play with that, try it on, fall down, make a mess, and do it again on the other side. So I'll go ahead and balance this one out, coming back into chair pose, hands to heart center, finding that queer twist to the opposite side, right? Finding that twist first, and if this is already too challenging, maybe don't try side crow just yet, right? Work on this. This is the work. And if you're ready to explore something fun and challenging, dropping the seat down, taking your twist down to the floor, hands to the ground, crashing pad if you need it. Creating that shelf with your elbows, hugging them in towards your ribs, knee to the front arm, hip to the back arm, rocking your weight forward and lifting your feet off of the ground. Squeezing everything in, deep, deep breath. And then coming out of it before you get exhausted. And I'm exhausted. So play with that for just a few more breaths. And then when you've had enough, come back to that yogi squat with or without your block under your seat. Again, just coming back to that center, reset, refresh, and let it all go. Take a few more breaths wherever you are. And gently flutter the eyes open and gracefully plop down onto your butt and extend your legs out in front of you. Sitting up really tall, root through the bones of your seat. Move your butt cheeks out of the way if you need to. Flex your toes. Sit up tall in the spine, hands by your hips, palms down against the floor. And then on an exhale, just hinge forward from your hips. Spine is nice and long, neck is long, shoulders back. As if you're closing a book. Stretching through the low back and the hamstrings. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now, as you come upright, you're going to slide your heels towards your seat, coming into boat prep. So you can slide your hands behind your thighs. So I'm kind of digging my heels into the mat, toes face up toward the sky. You can grab behind the thighs for support, let the elbows come out really wide so you keep the chest open and you stay lifted rather than turtling in the upper back. And then from here, start to rock back to lift your heels off of the floor. And there's so many different stages of boat that you can play with. You can start to bring the shins parallel, again, keeping those feet flexed. You might feel more supported to squeeze the legs together as if you had just one beautiful mermaid tail. But again, keeping those elbows out wide if you choose to support yourself behind the thighs. Another challenge is to release the thighs and reach the hands out towards your feet or even up over your head. Woo. Balancing between your sit bones and your tailbone. And then final step, I'm shaking, is to extend your toes up toward the ceiling, straightening your legs so you're in this V shape. Whoa, vibrating. Big breath. One more inhale. As you exhale, come down onto your back, hug your knees into your chest. I'm going to adjust just a little bit here. Make sure I have enough room. So knees against your chest, take a rock from side to side. And take your arms out to a T shape, palms down. Let your knees fall over to the left and look out over your right shoulder. Starting to let go of the effort. Let's inhale, bring the knees through center. And exhale, drop them over to the right. Shift your gaze out over your left arm. Softening the upper body. Let the legs be heavy. And start to come back through center. Hug your knees into your chest. Keep your right knee hugged in. Extend your left leg long on your mat. And you're going to take your right thigh, cross it over your body, stacking your right hip on top of your left. Knee towards the floor, but it doesn't have to touch. Look back out over your right arm. One more breath in and a breath out. Bring your right leg back through center. Hug your knee into your chest. And think about tree pose. You're going to create tree pose in your legs, but we're just lying down on the floor. So the sole of your right foot will come to the inside of the left thigh. Knee relaxed out to the side. Bring your shoulder blades together under your heart just to keep your chest open. Breathing here. Maybe closing your eyes if you haven't already. And bring that right knee back through center. Hug it in towards your chest. We're going to take a half happy baby. So you're going to reach the sole of your foot up toward the sky, but keep the right knee bent. A few options here. You can just interlace the fingers behind the back of the right thigh and sort of hug that thigh around the right rib cage, or can reach through the inside of the thigh, grab a hold of your big toe with your peace fingers, lock your thumb around your fingers, and then pull your foot and your knee back towards your right shoulder. So rather than pulling it straight down into your gut, you're opening that right hip and working to get the right knee toward the floor. This left hip is going to stay glued to the mat. Breathing here. Soften your shoulders and your jaw. One more breath. And then reach your right foot straight up toward the ceiling, creating an L shape with the leg. So right leg is straight, left leg is straight. This is your last little bit of core. But you're going to scissor the legs to switch sides. Yeah, all we did was bring the left leg up and drop the right leg to the floor. Bend your left knee, hug it in towards your chest. Then we just switch sides. Give yourself a squeeze, and then you're going to take your left knee across your body, stack your left hip on top of your right. Adjust your upper body just to try to get both shoulder blades to the floor. It's okay if they don't touch. Just working to keep the upper body open as we twist the lower body. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bring that left knee back through center. Give it a squeeze, and then again, thinking tree pose on the floor. So sole of the left foot to the inner right thigh, let the knee just fall out to the side, stretching the inner thigh. Just a gentle hip opener. Keep the right hip glued to the floor. Relax your shoulders. Slow, steady breath. Bring your left knee back through center, hug it in towards your chest. We're gonna find that half happy baby variation on this side. So you'll keep your knee bent, but reach the sole of your foot up toward the ceiling. And you're gonna bring the left thigh outside of the left rib cage, right? And then you can keep the hands on the back of the thigh if that's the most accessible variation for you. And you have the option to come through, grab a hold of the big toe with your peace fingers, elbow to the inside of the thigh, and then pull the foot and the knee out and around towards the left shoulder. Again, keeping that right hip grounded. Maybe you manually press it into the floor with your right hand. Deep, deep breath. And bring that knee back through center. Extend the foot straight up toward the ceiling, creating that L shape with the legs once more. Drill the belly button down into the floor. Subtle core engagement. And this time, instead of scissoring the legs, you're just going to bring the right leg up to meet the left, finding waterfall pose. Okay, so just creating an L shape with the body, both legs up, squeezing them together, flexing the toes, pressing the low back into the floor. Take a big inhale. Keeping your legs straight, use the entire exhale to drop the heels down to the floor. Really slow. Shavasana. Extend your arms and legs. Soften into stillness. Give your head a rock from side to side. Let the feet flop out to the sides. Palms up. Shoulders down. Face relaxed. Take a few deep belly breaths, cleansing out the body, preparing for rest. And give yourself permission to fully let go. Be here now with your breath. Nothing else to do. No more effort, no more control, just rest. With your eyes closed, can you visualize your body in space? See yourself. Feel the weight of your body against the floor, the air on your skin, the breath in your lungs. Take a deep inhale. Fill up your belly, your ribs, your chest. Open your mouth side out. Another deep inhale, fill up. Open your mouth and let it go. As you're ready, start to invite some little movements into the body, maybe a full body stretch, reaching your arms over your head, pointing your toes, arching your back. Eventually making your way up to a seated position. Try to keep your eyes closed the whole time. And once you find your seat, sitting up tall, long neck, long spine, soften your shoulders down your back. Bring your hands to prayer at heart center. Thumbs against your chest. Bow your chin down towards your heart space, acknowledging your power and your presence, your effort on the mat this morning. Breathe into that. Big inhale. Big exhale. And showing up is the hardest part of this practice. Lift your thumbs to your forehead and gently curl the corners of your mouth up towards your ears in a tiny little smile of gratitude. The light and love in me sees and honors that same light and love in you. Namaste.